Oh, very good. Okay. So why you choose to study earlier?
Because I have an exam again. Oh, I have a lot of exam.
Ah, I see. Yes, I forgot that you've told me last time that you have an exam.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm
So,
sorry to start lesson earlier because I
oh,
think
it's okay because I don't have class on this time, so it's okay for me. So so that we can rest earlier, right?
yes,
Yes. If you want every Saturday, this will be our time. It's okay for me. Okay.
yes. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're very welcome. Okay. So, what is your snack for today? Do you eat your snacks?
No,
You
I don't snacks.
you only eat lunch?
Yes, I only eat lunch.
Mm, okay. So, after this, what will be your activity? You will going to review or you are going to exam now after this?
I want to review. I'm
Ah,
going to review.
okay. So, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So last time we discussed 12B, Unit 12B. And it's all about, did you hear about? Okay, Sam, it's all about news and current events. Okay, so for now we will discuss the best place to live. Oh, wow. So can you answer this? The best place to live. Where is that best place
I
to live for
think
you?
both. I think both. Both is very. I refer both.
Both where?
I fly in the city and also in the country. In the country.
Ah, all right. Yes. So you have to familiarize what are some culture in the province and in the city, right?
Yes.
Yes, because it's very different when you live in the city, when you grow up in
And
the
because the city is crowded,
yes.
but the
eh,
countryside is a very large land, and
Yes.
just some trees, and you can see a view, the view.
Yes. You feel relaxed, you feel free from any noise. Yes, because in a city it's very noisy, very crowded, and it's very hot, I think.
My camera is phone down. I wanted to
Started
have.
to slide again. Starting to slide.
I did
Okay.
slide the camera phone down
Ah, oh.
every time in our lesson. 12 times.
Yes. So we will count again. We will start counting again how many times it will be
Every
happen.
2 minutes.
All right. Okay. And how about you to how about you? Are you living in city or in
Yes, I live
far
in
from?
city.
Oh, so you are
It's
living in the
very
city.
noisy
Mm-hmm.
in this time. In this afternoon.
Oh,
This is the and you see in the
most
city.
crowded day
Yes, this is a crowded day
because it's weekend.
because Saturday. Yes,
Yes. So a lot of families, friends, going outside and hanging up outside, right?
yes.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of people you can see in Oh, I also experienced that when I was still in Manila. Yes, my house is is near in in the supermarket. In yes,
Oh, your house in the past. My house is the past time is in the country. That's no, in the city. That's right.
Yes, when I was still living in Manila, but now I am living in countryside. Yes, it's 20 minutes before you can arrive I from our home to the city. 20 minutes. Okay, so now look at the pictures, the two pictures. Okay, so ask your partner the questions in the survey and check the responses. Oh, so this is an example of the city and the countryside, right? So which do you prefer? Okay, let's have a survey this time. Okay,
Yeah.
which do you prefer? Prefer, okay. Okay. Being indoors or being outdoors?
To being outdoors.
Uh-huh. You're not a loner type person. You love to go outside?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How about this one? Staying busy or being relaxed? Do you like to be you always busy, or you like to be relaxed
I like to
or
be
being
relaxed,
relaxed? Yes, of course. But there are some people who like to make
busy.
themselves busy. Yes. So they feel boring if they don't have anything to do, right? There are some person like that.
Oh,
Okay. So
they are so strange.
yes. There is a train? What?
Strange. I say it's strange.
Strange. I thought there is a train passing by near you. Okay, yes. So there are some people, just like the old people, they don't like to sit down, just relax. They need to, or they love to do anything because they feel boring. They feel sleepy when they will just sitting down. Yes. Okay, how about being in crowded places or being in a quiet places?
I like to be in the crowded places.
Yes, because you grow up in a crowded place, so um I think you feel boring if you are living in the quiet place, right?
Mm, yes.
Okay. So how about this one? Going to nightclubs or going camping?
I'd like to going. I like to going in. I'd like to go camping.
Yes, I know. This is your favorite thing to do or event to do. Going camping. Okay. Taking a
Yes.
subway. Yes. So how many times you go camping?
I go camping is just once a week.
Oh, I thought I thought it's like twice um 3 times
Yes,
or
but
4 times.
day, but
But
not that day.
for you it's every week?
No.
Okay. If you have time, right?
Yes.
Okay. How about this one? Taking a subway or bus or walking or riding a bike? What do you prefer? Taking a subway or taking a bus or walking or
Taking.
riding a bike? Taking a subway?
Yes.
Yes, because it's easy and it's you can arrive
Yes.
earlier. Yes. Okay. So how about this one? Letting an alarm clock wake up wake you up or letting the sun wake you up?
I like to letting alarm clock.
Ah, so you always use alarm clock every morning?
Yes, it's true.
Oh, but for me, letting the sun wake you up. This is for mine. Yes. So how about I never use alarm clock. Okay. How about this one? Eating in a restaurant or having a picnic?
Taking I think it's eating in the restaurant.
Yes. Okay. Um, Picnic is fun, but you need to bring all the necessary things, right?
Yes, I'd like to
Unless when you
go
go to a restaurant, yes. Unless when you go to a restaurant, you just order what you like to eat and
and the
enjoy the
waiter
meal.
bring the food to you.
Yes. Okay. How about the last one? Listening to traffic noise or listening to birds?
I like to listen. I like to listen to the birds.
Yes, of course. I think anyone should choose listening to birds than listening to traffic noise.
Yes,
Yes. Okay. Good. So, is your partner more of a city person or a country person? Give reasons. Okay. So, I think we are opposite. So, for me, I am a person which is living in country, and you are more in a city person, right?
yes. Oh, we
Yes.
opposite.
Yes, we're very opposite because I grow up in countryside. Uh, Compared with you that you grow up in the city.
Yes, I wrote in the city. So
Yes.
when I born in the hospital, it's always noisy. So
Yes.
so when I just a
But
baby, my
mhm,
mom had to close all the door to sleep.
yes, that's
But in
one
the
of the
side,
problem.
the side is you don't. That's right.
Yes, that's one of my problem when I was still in Manila when I have a baby, and then our never having a party, and they are singing, so it's very noisy. I need to close all the windows. Yes. So so that's why I prefer to go back in a countryside and to live here. I feel peace and fresh.
Yes.
Okay. So you prefer being outdoors. So I think you're more of a countryside. Not really. I like being outdoors, but in the city. All right. So what are some advantages of living in the city? Living in a small town or write
If
them in the
now,
chart. Okay, so let's write some advantages on living in the city first. So example, more kinds of entertainment. Yes, that's right. Okay. How about you? Can you give some examples? What are some advantages living in the city? Oh, the motorcycle is very noisy outside.
yes,
Do you hear that?
yes, I hear that.
Yes.
I don't like this
I
happen.
think the policeman should punish them. Okay. Can you give an example? What are some advantages living in the city? Like you, what are the advantages?
Yes, I advise you is you have to at home and if you have baby you have to close all the door and then if you come outside have you have to see the traffic after you through after you across the road, because you see the vehicle is like the is like the ants. The vehicle in our country is like the ants.
Yes. Okay, so advantages. We talk about advantages. Do you know advantages of living in a city? So what are some benefits that benefits you in living the city? Like for example, the advantages in living in the city than in a small town is in the city there are more kinds of entertainment compared to the town, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's number one advantage of or advantages of living in the city. Okay, can you add more? Like for example, if you are living in the city, you are near in the shopping mall, you are near in the hospital, right?
Yes.
Or some establishment. Yes, that is another advantages in living in the city. What else? Can you add more?
Advantage
Why do you like to live in the city?
because it's noisy, and I will be not feel boring to live in a city or
Ah,
home.
you feel happy?
Yes, because when I stay at home alone, I'm very scared.
Oh, I see. Okay. So, how about what are some advantages living in a small town? Okay, like
In,
for example, when you are living in a small town, more fresh air.
yes, I know that
Okay.
because I learn physics. I know a lot about Manila.
Yes. So what
I
else?
learned about another country in the world. I feel I see repeats in
Yes. So what else? Aside from fresh air,
fresh
you will.
air is the peaceful,
Yes. So another one advantages is if you are living in a small town, you
the
feel
feel,
peace.
the feel.
Yes, you are at peace. Yes. And you are far from any noise.
Yes, but you can see in the midnight the in the midnight the countryside looks like horror
Yes.
because
But
it because
okay.
it's not very because it's not very noisy, because you can see in the midnight you can you you can see the countryside is like horror.
Yes. And
Always opposite was peaceful, but in the midnight it look like horror. So I'm very scared to stay midnight to stay in
no.
countryside.
No. No, it's just an illusion. Okay? Having a
Yes, but I
we.
see the scenery.
Yes, but for the children who is grow in a countryside or in a small town, they don't scared anymore. They don't feel scared.
Because they are very because they are grow up in,
Yes,
in the countryside, so they're not very strange with
yes,
the.
because it's normal for them every day, every night that they
Yes,
sleep.
and it's normal with them in when they is just a baby. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So that's until they have their own knowledge, their own what is this? They are responsible enough. So yes, so that's why they don't feel scared.
Yes, but like children in the city, they feel the scenery of the countryside in the midnight is horror. Like me,
Yes,
I'm scared.
yes. Okay. Just like my children when we still living in the Manila, so they grow up there, they study there, and when that when we went home, we go home here in our country, our town. So they told me that, oh, mommy, I want to go back in Manila. I don't like here.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
all the children. All the
But
children.
for now, they have already adjusted all the situation, and then yes, they are happy to study here and to live here. But at first, they don't like. Okay, so now this time let's compare your charts. Then discuss these questions. Okay, so what can you find in a city but not in a small town?
You
Or in a small town but not in the city?
you can see the buildings.
Yes, there
The
is
big
no
buildings.
buildings you can find in the countryside. Yes. What else?
But you can find a field in the city,
Yes.
and you cannot and you cannot see the peaceful of the city, because the city is always noisy. It's done, and
Yes.
I think it's
You
very
cannot. Yes. It's not just like
and the
a
environment
material
and
thing.
the environment in the city is not fresh as in the countryside, because
Yes.
cars because in the city you can see a lot of people use the vehicle, so during they using the cars they have to the air you can see
Yes.
the air. It's
Yes.
not good
That's
for you.
right. Yes. Okay. So not only the material thing that you can found in the city from the town, but only that the the weather, the what is that? The situation itself, right?
Yes,
Yes. Okay. So what are some disadvantages of living in the city than in a small town? So
living in the city is um they cannot say it's like this. When you live in a country, you cannot see the cars or the motorbikes.
yes.
But the motorbike is also have in the countryside.
Yes.
But
Okay.
cars is very hardly.
Yes. Then what are some disadvantages in living in the city? What else? Pollution is the disadvantages.
Yes, but you can
Pollution.
you can find a fresh air.
Yes. Okay.
But in the city is the pollution air.
So advantages living in the town is um you can there is no establishment like mall, shopping mall. There is no big what is what else that you cannot find in the small town.
You can find in a small town the river. I think it's that because you can
Yes.
see in the country, because you can see um in the city you can see they can see a lot of rivers, because all of them is destroyed um to build house.
Yes. So where do you live now? Have you always lived there? Yes, of
Yeah,
course. You are living in
city.
the
Yes.
yes, and
Did you hear the noise and at the place of me? You hear the
no, I can't hear. No, maybe you are
all the windows.
oh, I can't hear some noise.
That's the noise of my camera.
Oh, what happened to your camera? But you are using your phone, right?
Yes, I'm using my phone, so it's always phone down.
Okay. Do you have a mouse pad there
Oh,
in your table?
I don't have.
You can put some,
Okay,
or
I will
you
put
can
this.
put that
Yes,
on the,
do you see me clearly now?
yes. Okay. Half of your face. I can see half of your face.
Yes, because I have to put this, so my camera will fall down.
Okay, it's okay. So, what do you like about where you live now?
I like
What
about
do
my,
you like?
I like the noisy.
You always told that you love noisy background, noisy
Yes,
surroundings.
I like.
Oh,
It's true.
uh, oh. So you can find a subway in the city, but not in a small town. Yes, that's true. There is a subway in the city, but not in the. You cannot find that on the in the small town. Okay.
Yes.
Now this time, let's proceed to activity two. Listen, Peter, Angie, and Jeff are talking about cities they used to live in. Okay, so they are talking about cities they used to live in. Okay, so check the name of each city. Okay.
Oh, this is, you can see, I think, I guess the first picture is Japan.
Page 59. Lesson 13, page 59. Lesson 13A. The
Okay.
best place to live. Activity 2. Part A. Listen. Peter, Angie, and Jeff are talking about cities they used to live in. Check the name of each city. First, Peter.
Do you miss living there, Peter?
Yeah, I really do.
Oh,
I try to go back for a visit whenever I can.
mm-hmm.
I was so lucky to work there. It's such a great place to live.
Really?
And it's a great place to visit. You'll feel excited from the moment you arrive.
Oh.
The buildings, the people, the shopping. It can get very hot and humid in the summer, but the rest of the year, it's nice and warm.
Hmm. Any insider tips?
Well, it's a very easy place to get around.
Oh, good.
The subway, MTA as they call it, is all air conditioned and fast.
Great.
See, I worked on the island, but lived on the mainland, so I commuted to work on the Star Ferry.
Oh.
The skyline and the harbor are so amazing. Oh, and you get the best view from a ferry, and they go all over.
Oh, great.
If you buy an octopus card, you can use it on all the ferries and the subway.
Huh.
Those are the best ways to get around.
So, what are the must-see sights?
Well, most of all the skyline.
Okay.
All the tall buildings built along the harbor.
Uh-huh.
And the harbor itself with all the ships buzzing back and forth.
Oh, it sounds like you miss it a lot.
I do. You know what I really miss?
What?
Food. Oh, those dumplings.
Dumplings?
Yes, the dumplings. Dim sum in Hong Kong is a great specialty.
Huh.
And the seafood there is so fresh. I miss that too.
Next, Angie.
I lived there for a year, and I had a fantastic time. I remember how nervous I felt when I first arrived.
Why? Were you scared?
No, not at all. I just felt nervous because my Spanish wasn't that good, and I thought people wouldn't understand me. But they did, so I improved quickly.
That's great. So, any insider tips for me?
The subway system, which they call the metro, is very good. There are a lot of different lines, and it isn't expensive, so it's a good way to get around. Oh, but avoid rush hour. And the subway can get pretty hot in the summer. Taxis are also good. The yellow ones have air conditioning, so I took those a lot.
What places should I see?
The number one place to visit is the Anthropological Museum. It shows you all the ancient history of the country and is one of the best museums in the world. It's in a pretty park, so you can take a nice walk before or after visiting the museum.
And the food?
Okay. The food is nothing like what you get in Mexican restaurants here. Oh, it's much better. And there's much more regional variety. Oh, but what I miss are the fresh fruit juices. They make the most wonderful juices there from really fresh fruit. And I miss the people in Mexico City too. The people are so warm and friendly.
Finally, Jeff.
I really enjoyed my year there. It's a great place to live. But when you first arrive, you might be very confused like I was.
Confused? Why?
Oh, the traffic, the busy sidewalks, and the language on the signs is different. They use the same alphabet, but it's a completely different language.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
So, do you have any insider tips for a first-time visitor? I mean, how about traveling?
Well, avoid rush hour if you can when traveling.
Hmm.
I lived in the Asian side of the city, so I always took the ferry across to work in the European side, which was always exciting.
Oh,
The ferry could be pretty crowded, but it was actually the fastest way to go. The ferries are great fun.
wow.
But in the city, it's best to walk.
Wow, it sounds so exciting. Well, what places are must-sees?
Well, there's plenty to do. This city is kind of Asia meets Europe, a wonderful mixture of cultures. The
Mhm.
city has some beautiful churches and mosques. One of my favorite places is the Blue Mosque in the Old City. You have to go there.
Hmm,
And Topkapi Palace is wonderful too.
Topkapi Palace?
Yeah, the old royal palace.
Wow, that sounds wonderful. So, is the local food good?
Good? Turkish food is the best in the world.
Really?
Well, I think so. Even simple stuff like their bread is delicious. I miss that.
Hmm.
I can still almost smell the bread. I miss the seafood too. You can go to Turkish restaurants here, and they're very good, but it's not the same as being in Istanbul.
Mhm. So, can you answer what country is Peter?
Peter is in Hong Kong.
Okay. So, what do Peter say about the cities? Okay, example, feelings on arrival. He's very excited. Okay, best ways to get around. What he feel?
Um, Honey,
Yes. Yes.
I
Hello.
remember.
Okay. So do you want to listen about Peter again?
Yes.
Okay, so let's listen Peter first.
Page 59. Lesson 13A. The best place to live. Activity 2. Part A. Listen. Peter, Angie, and Jeff are talking about cities they used to live in. Check the name of each city. First, Peter.
Do you miss living there, Peter?
Yeah, I really do.
Oh.
I try to go back for a visit whenever I can.
Mm-hmm.
I was so lucky to work there. It's such a great place to live.
Really?
And it's a great place to visit. You'll feel excited from the moment you arrive.
Oh.
The
Okay.
buildings, the people, the shopping. It can get very hot and humid in the summer, but the rest of the year, it's nice and warm.
Hmm. Any insider tips?
Well, it's a very easy place to get around.
Oh, good.
The subway, MTA as they call it, is all air conditioned and fast.
Great.
See, I worked on the island, but lived on the mainland, so I commuted to work on the Star Ferry.
Oh.
The skyline and the harbor are so amazing. Oh, and you get the best view from a ferry, and they go all over.
Oh, great.
If you buy an octopus card, you can use it on all the ferries and the subway.
Huh.
Those are the best ways to get around.
So, what are the must-see sights?
Well, most of all the skyline.
Okay.
All the tall buildings built along the harbor.
Uh-huh.
And the harbor itself with all the ships buzzing back and forth.
Oh, it sounds like you miss it a lot.
I do. You know what I really miss?
What?
Food. Oh, those dumplings.
Dumplings?
Yes, the dumplings. Dim sum in Hong Kong is a great specialty.
Huh.
And the seafood there is so fresh. I miss that too.
Mm. All
Next,
right.
Angie.
So let's answer first. Okay. So Peter is in Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So best ways to get around in Hong Kong. Okay. So what they usually use
Yes.
or ride in to uh, going around the cities? They will
Yes.
ride what? They will ride what?
They will ride.
Subway, right?
Yes.
Yes, the subway is the best ways to get around in the city. The skylines and the okay. So what best things to see when you are in the city?
In a city, mm, in a city, I like to the field. Mm,
All right. Okay. What things they miss?
what things they miss? I don't know. Mm,
So they miss the dumplings. Yes,
what
and
dumpling?
the dim sum in the city is very nice. Okay.
Yes.
Do you know dumpling?
I don't know.
Okay, let's find the meaning of dumpling so that you know. So you will know it. And image this. Wait. Oh.
It's loading.
How about in your house, in your home? How many Mbps is your internet?
I don't know what APPs
Oh, the capacity of the internet. How
or what.
okay. So dumpling is a small of dough, flour, and water mixed together, often cooked in hot liquid and eaten with meat and vegetables, just like this. Oh, oh, yes. So that is dumpling, okay?
Yes.
Now, let's proceed to Angie. Okay, let's listen about Angie.
I lived there for a year, and I had a fantastic time. I remember how nervous I felt when I first arrived.
Why? Were you scared?
No, not at all. I just felt nervous because my Spanish wasn't that good, and I thought people wouldn't understand me. But they did, so I improved quickly.
That's great. So, any insider tips for me?
The subway system, which they call the metro, is very good. There are a lot of different lines, and it isn't expensive, so it's a good way to get around. Oh, but avoid rush hour. And the subway can get pretty hot in the summer. Taxis are also good. The yellow ones have air conditioning, so I took those a lot.
What places should I see?
The number one place to visit is the Anthropological Museum. It shows you all the ancient history of the country and is one of the best museums in the world. It's in a pretty park, so you can take a nice walk before or after visiting the museum.
And the food?
Okay. The food is nothing like what you get in Mexican restaurants here. Oh, it's much better. And there's much more regional variety. Oh, but what I miss are the fresh fruit juices. They
Mm.
make the most wonderful juices there from really fresh fruit. And I
Oh,
miss
all
the
right.
people in Mexico City too. The people are so warm and friendly.
Mm.
Finally, Jeff.
Okay, so let's talk about Angie. So, what Angie feels on her arrival of this city? Oh, first, okay, what city? Where
Happy.
is Angie?
Mexico
Uh,
City.
yes, she is in Mexico. And what did she feel in arriving
You have
Mexico? Is she happy? She felt nervous, right? Yes, she felt nervous. Okay, what's the best ways to get around?
the best way to get around. The best way to get around.
Is it's just like Peter in Hong Kong. So the best ways to get around is in Mexico is subway also, right?
Yes.
Yes, the subway. Okay, so what best things to see? What best things?
The best thing to see. Oh, what's the best thing? Hmm. The best thing is hmm, museum.
Yes. Okay, museum. Okay, how about things they will miss on in Mexico, like the food?
They will meet in Miss in the Mexico is um I don't know what
So what are some foods? Like fruits, right? They will miss the fruits in the city. Okay. So now this time let's listen about Jeff.
I really enjoyed my year there. It's a great place to live. But when you first arrive, you might be very confused like I was.
Confused? Why?
Oh, the traffic, the busy sidewalks, and the language on the signs is different. They use the same alphabet, but it's a completely different language.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
So, do you have any insider tips for a first-time visitor? How about traveling?
Well, avoid rush hour if you can when traveling.
Hmm.
I lived in the Asian side of the city, so I always took the ferry across to work in the European side, which was always exciting.
Oh,
The ferry could be pretty crowded, but it was actually the fastest way to go. The ferries are great fun.
wow.
But in the city, it's best to walk.
Wow, it sounds so exciting. Well, what places are must-sees?
Well, there's plenty to do. This city is kind of Asia meets Europe, a wonderful mixture of cultures. The city has some beautiful churches and mosques. One of my favorite places is the Blue Mosque in the Old City. You have to go there.
Hmm.
And Topkapi Palace is wonderful too.
Topkapi Palace?
Yeah, the old royal palace.
Wow,
Mm.
that sounds wonderful. So, is the local food good?
Good? Turkish food is the best in the world.
Really?
Well, I think so. Even simple stuff like their bread is delicious. I miss that.
Hmm.
I can still almost smell the bread. I miss the
Mm.
seafood too. You can go to Turkish restaurants here, And they're very good, but it's not the same as being in Istanbul.
Oh. So what country is Jeff?
Cairo.
Cairo?
Yes, Cairo.
Cairo, is it? Okay, so what did he feel when he arrived Cairo?
What he feel?
Yes.
What he feel? He feel. What? What? Happy.
Is it happy?
Ish.
So, do you have any inside?
European side, which was always exciting.
Oh,
The
It should
ferry
feel
could be
very
pretty
exciting, right? Excited, right?
Yes.
Okay. What the best ways to get around?
The best way to get around. Best way to get around. Best way to get around is
Yes, they will use the
taxi.
ferry when they are in the countryside, they use ferry, right? But when you are in the city, the best way to get around is walking. Walking around, right? Yes, so ferry for the country and countryside and walking if you are in the city. Okay, so what's the best things to see?
The best thing to see is the bus.
Is the mosque, blue mosque, and the what?
Hmm.
Mosque. And the what? The palace. How? Okay. So what are the things they miss on this country?
They miss the people.
Yes, and how about the foods? What are the foods on this country? The best foods.
Noodle.
Yes, and the Turkish.
Oh, Turkish. Turkish food.
Yes, Turkish foods. And also some seafoods and also bread. Their bread. Okay, so bread and seafoods. Okay, so now let's discuss this question. So what informations about the cities surprise you?
Hmm.
Okay, what information about the cities that surprise you?
No.
No, you are not familiar with the cities?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, have you been in Hong Kong? Right?
I'm gonna be in
Not,
Hong Kong.
not yet. I thought you
I just
already
come to
visit-
Beijing.
Beijing, China. Yes. Okay. In Singapore, have you been in Singapore?
Yes.
Yes. So, but not in Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, which of these cities would you prefer to live in? Do you like to live Hong Kong, Mexico, or in the Cairo?
I like to live in Singapore.
Huh? No. For these three cities,
I'd like to live
what
in
do you
Hong Kong.
prefer? Hong Kong? Okay,
Yes,
why? Why?
because it has a subway, but I don't go subway at all.
Mm-hmm. You like to try riding a subway?
Yes.
Okay. So, which city in the world would you most like to visit?
Mm, Which of the cities could have could you refer to live in? Why?
So, which city in the world would you most like to visit?
I'd like to live in
No, visit, just visit.
visit. I'd like
Yes,
to visit in Singapore.
in
Singapore.
Singapore. Oh, why?
Because I can see a lot of buildings or and I can see a lot of delicious foods, but it's famous.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I have one thousand
okay.
dollar in my hand, so I can go to change to dollars Singapore and buy the foods.
Okay.
Have you come to Singapore?
Oh, I don't, no.
Oh, but
Uh,
I see Philippines is near Singapore. That's right.
yes, but my sister is in Singapore right now. She is
Oh,
in Singapore. Yes.
have you come to the United States? Is America?
Yes.
You will come to
I like
US.
to I like to visit Ireland in Europe.
Oh, Ireland. Oh, I see.
Yes.
Ireland is in the Europe, but it's near the United Kingdom. That's right.
Yes, because
Yes, I come to there
my
already.
aunt my
Uh,
aunt is living in Dublin.
Last month, I come to the island.
Oh wow. Have you been there?
Yeah.
Oh, what's your most unforgettable experience in Ireland? Can you share it with me? What are your experience? What are some of your unforgettable experience when you were in Ireland?
Hey, can you say again?
What is your unforgettable experience?
I forget. Uh, um.
Yes.
Oh, unforgettable. I think is I live in Malaysia. I cannot unforgettable this.
Mm. Okay. So oh, we are done 13A. The best place to live. But for you, the best place to live is what? What country?
What can?
Yes.
Mm, mm, you say again.
What's for you, what's the best place to live? What country
I
you prefer? Yes.
Thailand. No, no, Philippines. Because I like the Legos in your country.
So you only like Lego, but I ask what best place. Do you like to live in Manila, which is it's very crowded here. You know that, right? For me, I love to live in I
Vietnam.
think in Dubai. You like to go to Dubai?
I I'd like to live in Vietnam. It's my country.
Yes, I love to go to Vietnam. Maybe um uh I can visit you there. All right. So we will continue. We will stop until here, and then we will continue our lesson, the Unit 13B, on Monday. Okay? Oh, it's another interesting story on Monday. So it's all about better safe than sorry. Oh, what is this all about? Better safe than sorry. Okay. So another interesting story. Okay, so good luck for your exam. Look, so see you again on Monday.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. So bye for now, Luke, so that you can review earlier. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye bye.